Songs of the soul. A letter that will never arrive, my love. Your words are like a gentle autumn breeze that passes gracefully between the forgotten pages of an old book. When I read your words, I feel time stand still, and my heart has finally found the language it has long sought in the corridors of silence. I love you, not because you filled a void in my life, but because you have become both the void and the fullness. In your silence, I hear the sweetest music, and in your presence, I finally understand the meaning of true tranquility. Your eyes are not merely eyes, but mirrors that reflect my soul as I have never seen it before, with a purity I have never known. I loved you before we met. Every time I read a verse of poetry about longing, I loved you the first time I heard your voice, as if it were a melody my ears had known since distant childhood. I loved you when you laughed, and I felt as if the whole world gently trembled in celebration of you. I don't want love to be a raging storm, but rather a warm cup of tea on a rainy morning, a handwritten letter, honestly. Or perhaps in a shared silence between us that needs no words to explain it. I want you to know for certain that your mere presence is enough. Just your being here is all I need. Forever. It is not my eyes that see you, but my soul that has found its home in you. When I write to you, I don't just use ink, I add a tear of fear, a smile of anxiety, and an old piece of paper I've kept for so long, as if it had been waiting for this very day to be written to you. Every letter I inscribe here is a living pulse from my heart. A fragment steeped in longing, stretching like an echo in a long corridor of memories we haven't yet lived, but we feel them. I loved you before you were born. Perhaps in an old dream the world has forgotten, but I remember. I loved you when your name was just an echo in the air, and when your words were just a distant possibility. I loved you when I first heard your voice, as if the earth stopped spinning for a moment in reverence. The stars ceased falling, and everything in this vast universe whispered, "Here." Here meaning begins. I don't know when within me, you transformed from a mere thought into a tangible reality, from a shadow into a radiant light. Yet, I know for certain that you have become the place I always return to when I am lost in the labyrinth of my own soul. When I close my eyes, I do not see darkness, but rather your serene and patient face, as if you knew I was coming to you despite all the delays, despite all the wounds, and despite all the years I spent searching for a single word worthy of you. I love you because you do not ask me why I cry for no reason, but instead sit beside me and let silence speak for itself. I love you because you do not try to mend what is broken within me, but accept me as I am, like a rare book with torn pages, yet still precious in your eyes, because you read my silence as if it were a poem, and whisper simple words to me that make my day a celebration. I love you because you did not run away when you saw the sadness in my eyes, but instead drew closer. Because you did not ask me to be someone else, but instead told me, I love this girl who reads poems at night, who cries over verses she no longer understands, and who tries to find meaning in everything, even in loss. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing that comes to mind isn't the day, but you. I wonder, are you awake? Have you had your coffee? Is there something in your eyes today that makes you feel life is worth living? I want to be the reason, the answer. I want to be the shadow that never leaves, the rain that falls at just the right time, the book you read again and again and never tire of. I don't want love to be a drama or a story with an open ending. I want it like this. Sitting on a small balcony in an old house, listening to quiet music, gazing at the sky in silence, knowing for certain that everything is all right, because we are together. I want to leave this world uttering your name, for you to be the last word on my lips, the last thought in my mind, the last beat of my heart. Because you weren't just a fleeting love, but the answer to every question I ever asked myself. Does a person deserve to be loved? And yes, you are the proof that we do, because you exist. Forever. From a heart that wrote your name before it even learned how to write. Don't disappear for too long, because your voice has become essential to me. Like the whisper of morning coffee or the first line of a novel I adore. I miss your voice, but don't feel guilty, for I am always here, waiting for you. I am now opening your old book. The one you wrote in your own handwriting, and reading the first letter you sent me. I wondered then, if you had known you would be gone like this, would you have written it the same way? I missed you silently, so you wouldn't think I was burdening you. I said this hesitantly, afraid you would sense the outpouring of my feelings. But the truth, every word I said is still incomplete. Not excessive, but I am only now beginning to realize the immensity of my love for you, and this realization is the only thing that doesn't frighten me.